Hey, what's up you guys? It's Tyler. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we are talking about why I hate retail and why I would never ever do it again. If you don't know me, if you're new, I work at a pet store. I work retail. I have worked retail before. I worked at Walmart before my job right now. I hated Walmart. I have videos like talking about that and like why I hated it and like blah blah blah. But that sucked. I don't know anybody that likes their job at Walmart. Maybe you do. Maybe there's hope out there. Not for me with Walmart. No. But I've liked my job at my pet store for the most part. It's a chain pet store, so it's not the best. It's issues. We have issues, obviously, like any freaking store. Anyways, this is probably going to air more on the pet side, the pet store side of retail, but it's still just like basic retail also. Okay, number one is people, entitled people. This is gonna happen at any retail store, like GameStop, Walmart, Target, the pet store, the mattress store. Just people that want to get something their way, and if it's not their way, it's the wrong way, and then they just like start problems for not only you, but for the whole store and management and your coworkers and other customers. Like, they just cause problems all the time. I went to Target last night. It was after work. I got off at 9 and they closed at 10. So, well, I didn't get off at 9. We closed at 9 and I got off at like 9:30. So I was like rushing to get to this Target to pick up my order. And these people came in with a cart full of stuff. When I say a cart full, I mean like they had a dresser, like a small, I don't know what it's called. It's just like a little small like bin cabinet thing. Little storage bins, I guess. A mirror and like room decorations. Like the cart was full of like crap for like this kid's room. The kid was with her, with the mom. They were trying to return all this stuff at 10 p.m. when they closed at 10 p.m. and they got turned away. Just like, people are so entitled, and she was so mad. Like, she was in the parking lot like scowling and like angry. People are so entitled. They think bad of you. Anybody's gonna think bad of you if you work at a retail store. Not every single person, but you're going to have people look down on you because you work at a store, because you don't have education and you don't have a real job or career, which can be true for some people, but some people love their job and then it is a career. If you love your job, I think it's a career. If you make money to support yourself and do what you need, and that's the job that you want, that's a career. Like, live your life. But some people, they hate their job, and then they're just miserable at work, and then they have to deal with miserable people that come in and they're like, you should really do better for yourself instead of working at Walmart. Like, people are so rude all the time. Okay, next one. This is more pet store side of things. So if you don't want to hear pet store things, move on, because I'm a pet store lady. People that don't know anything about their animals and they want to buy animals. I have so many people that come in and they want to buy a hamster, but they don't know anything about them, and they want to put them in a tiny like critter trails cage. No. And I know some of you might be watching this and like, you're like, what's wrong with the cages? Girl, I don't have time to explain that. You need to Google that, or just forget that I even said that. But like, if you're gonna abuse your animals and tell me about it, that's a you problem. You need to like do research on your animals before you come in and try and get one. And then you don't even listen to me when I'm like, oh hey, these cages aren't good. These cages are actually like death traps a little bit. Please don't buy them. But you're like, no, I've had them before. And you want to put like a beta in a bowl. Like, no, what is wrong with you? Anyways, people that have questions, like if you're just a cashier, let's say, this is another point. People that just like have so many questions, but they can't do anything on their own. Like, they need somebody to hold their hand. Okay, you're a cashier at Home Depot, let's say. You don't know anything about home remodeling. You just have a job because you're just a cashier. You're not like some expert in home building. But some lady comes up and she's like, my husband, sorry, this is kind of like gender roles. Also, my nose is really itchy. I don't know why. So excuse me if I keep going like that. This lady, she's like, my husband is building this thing for my kitchen and I need to have this thing fit my kitchen. I don't know what size it is, but you have to help me. Like, people like that don't know anything about what they actually need. They're just like, you should know my house, you should know my life, you should know everything about me so that you can help me. Like, I don't know the information, even though it's in my house, and I should know. You should know it, right? Because you know everything, because you're a cashier. But that's like a thing. Like, what? Really for new people. Like, if you just started a job, let's say you're at a pet store, you don't know anything about anything. Like, we don't get training. I'm speaking for my company. Why does my hair keep doing that? I'm speaking for my company. We don't get training on animals. And okay, I'm not gonna talk bad about my company because I don't want to get fired. We don't get training. It's not there. Promise you, not at my store. It's not there. But if you're new, you just start and you don't know everything about animals. Like, you just don't. There's no way 90% of people aren't going to go into their job at a pet store and know everything about every single animal that they carry, including the fish. I'm not just talking about, like, you know the basics of hamster care, but, like, you know every single thing about what fish can go with what fish, like, eat certain things, how to cycle a tank. Like, you probably aren't going to know that stuff. But you're going to have people come in and they're going to ask you a million questions and you just aren't going to know. And then they scream at you. They just get mad because they don't research anything themselves. But those are my main reasons why I hate retail. But this last one is just, like, pretty general. I feel like it would fit almost every single retail store. That's like a chain. Honestly, maybe even not chain stores. I've never worked for a not chain store. I've only had 2 jobs my whole life, so I don't know. But just corporate. Like, the people that own the stores and make the decision for all the stores and, like, rule the whole company, basically. If there's one way of doing things, that is the way. There's no, oh, hey, this actually looks incorrect. Like, can we change this? No, you could get fired for doing that. Even, like, speaking up, you can just get fired. Again, I don't want to talk bad about my company. But yeah, there's things that I absolutely don't agree with, and we can't change it because those are the rules. Those are the rules. I will give an example because this is very common for people that work in pet stores. Like, pretty much everybody that works at a pet store will say that it's wrong. Betas and cups. I hate it. I despise it. I think it makes people believe that it's okay for them to live in a cup without a heater or a filter, without any space or any decorations or any, like, flooring, like gravel or sand or anything. I think it's extremely inappropriate. Also, they die all the time, because they're in a fucking cup. It's a living animal in a cup. They don't live in a cup. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you had one for 5 years in a cup. That's not how they live. It's a living animal. Do not put it in a cup. That pisses me off so much. We can't change it. I have seen stores that are my company and also other chain pet stores that do put betas in their fish tanks and they, like, get along and it's great. We can't do it. We can't do it. Like, it depends on your management. Like, is your manager willing to get fired to do what's right for the animals? Probably not, but maybe. That's just corporations, man. And again, I'm not trying to talk crap about my company. I'm just, in general, pet stores, you have to go a certain way, and that's the way. Let's say at Walmart, you find an easier way to, like, put things on the shelves so that they're, like, more organized and, like, safer. But no, like, Walmart says it has to be done this way. And if you speak up, then it's bad. Like, they obviously know what they're doing. Like, why would you try and correct Walmart? You get what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to put it in a more general thing. but I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, here's another one. Sorry, I keep going. I just can't stop, apparently, because I hate retail, okay? I freaking hate retail, and I will never do it again. If I quit or if I get fired and you see me go into another retail job, you need to, like, send a therapist to me. You need to, like, send me to a place that is for mental help, because I can't keep doing this to myself, man. I can't. Anyways, retail stores give their part-timers crap. I've seen this a lot. This has happened to me personally when I didn't want it. Now I like my part-time because I want to go to school and I want to have time for my other crap. Like, I'm moving and I'm in the middle of, like, a mess right now. And I don't really know what I'm doing with my life. So I like having part-time. But there was a time a while ago, I feel like I talked about it on here, but again, it was probably a long ass time ago, where I wanted more hours because I was trying to make money. And they just can't. They don't have the hours in their system to give you the hours. Now, I'm talking about my specific company and my specific scenario in my store, but I have heard of other stores like Target or probably not Walmart. I don't really look up at Walmart. But I'm on the Target Reddit because I was going to leave my job and go to Target, but we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, so yeah, I've been on the Target Reddit and they cut hours. They're like, oh, you have to be available all week basically to get hired at Target. So I've heard. I haven't applied in like a long time. But you have to be available all the time, but then they only give you like 20 hours and then they'll cut it from there too. Sometimes, hey, maybe you'll get 35 hours, but then the next month you get like 4. Like, it's crap. And I've also seen, this hasn't happened to me, but I have seen people at my company, they're part-time because they work 30 hours a week, but full-time is 32 hours a week, at least where I am. I don't know if that's like a countrywide thing or like a statewide thing, I don't know. But 32 hours a week, you're full-time, you get benefits, you get all of that stuff, but they keep you at 30 hours a week so that you don't get the benefits. Like, it's so crap. It's so crap. I don't understand it. Okay, one more thing, I believe. This is for my experience mainly. It happens at other places, but like, whatever. It's new people. There's new people all the time because nobody's happy in retail. Unless you're like making money and you love your job, you're not happy. Like, retail is not known to be like a permanent place. If it is for you, that's amazing. A lot of people don't find retail to be like their permanent place because they just don't really fit in, and it's like really stressful to work in retail, and it's not a lot of money usually. So a lot of people, they end up moving on, doing something else. But I've been in my store for over 2 years. I've been there for a while. Everybody leaves. All of my friends, I made friends, the people that I would like hang out with outside of work, I would talk to like all day, and they're just gone. And then we have new people. Like, I swear, every 3 months we get like a new like crowd of new people. I say crowd, but it's not a lot of people because we only have like 7 people, associates at our store. I don't know how many. We don't have a lot of people, and we are constantly losing them because I was gonna go off. Retail doesn't pay a lot for the amount of stress and just like crap that you have to deal with, like the amount of negativity that you get from customers, but also management. It's just not really worth it. It's really not for a lot of people. It's really not to me either, but we're gonna be nice. We're gonna be nice to retail. We love retail. I'll go off. When I don't work retail anymore, I will go off, I promise you. But right now I'm gonna be nicer. But everybody leaves and then new people come in and they don't know how to do things, which is understandable. Like, first off, I love when new people come in and they ask a million questions. I know a lot of people, this is random, I know, but I know a lot of people get scared of asking too many questions. I love that. Ask me a million questions. Like, you're engaged. You want to know what you're doing, and then you're learning because you're asking questions. I love that. Do that, guys. If you're about to work retail and you're watching this, ask questions, learn your things. But a lot of people, they don't get trained because we have new people coming in all the time, and they don't get trained because we don't have the time, and we are training new people all the time because the new people leave because they don't know how to do anything because we don't train them. We just don't. I wish we did, but we don't because our company's so good, guys. Our company's so good. Anyways, that's it. That's it for my rant. This video is getting kind of long. I will see you guys next week, probably, unless something happens. Follow me on Instagram, and then you will get updates on when I'm posting and when I'm not posting. Hopefully I'll have an update for y'all on, like, school or something. Because I need to go to school, guys. I need to go to college. I've been telling myself I'm going to go to my school for a year now, and I haven't. I just haven't. So I'll update you, hopefully, on that. Also, hopefully I'll have my hair cut next time you see me. I'm excited. Hello, freaking sun. God, I'm psycho, bro. I hate this. It's tangly, and it gets, like, really frizzy. I need to cut my hair off. I need to get rid of it, and then I want to dye it again. Dye it my purple red color. I don't know. But hopefully I will be doing that this week. I'm very excited. Goodbye. I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.